in San Francisco. My wife and I were at a restaurant, Outside Cafe, at a restaurant in San Francisco way back when, like 35, 32 years ago. And I watched this homeless guy, and there were 3 dogs around him. Not one had a leash. Not one. And he rummaged through the garbage can and started feeding the dogs. I'm like, they look at him as a food source. Why would they leave him? You are a food source for us. And that's when you really get into something called pack trouble. So when I bring any one of my dogs out, and Fred and Amy will know that because they've seen my dogs at club, like when they get the sleeve, they don't look at anybody. I already know it. They don't even know somebody else exists. I am their world. So here's what I do with puppies. I socialize puppies much different than 99.9% of the people. Or I have people do it with the dogs that they're raising for. Jane has a puppy and I have a puppy. I say, can my puppy smell your puppy's nose? Either she says yes or no. She says yes. I let my puppy smell the nose without saying anything. I pull the puppy away and I start paying my dog. I let them smell noses. It's not that I want my dog to be unfriendly to other dogs. I want them to be neutral. Like, I don't care about another dog. You mean nothing to me. I do the same thing with people. The only thing is Fred can't feed the dog. Fred, can you pet my puppy? Starts petting it without saying anything. Yes, yes. Everybody thinks I want my dogs unfriendly. That's not true. I want them like microchip check. Like, do you know why lions don't visit other prides of lions? You'll die. You know why wolf packs don't visit other wolf packs? You'll die. It's very simple in my mind. So I want my dog to be aloof, which not just. So when I bring this dog out, I expect it. We'll see if he'll look at you guys and bring him right here as you're a chair. Plus, it makes my protection a really nice thing because they don't care about you. They don't care about biting you. So I don't want to have to worry about. But how you guys raise your dog, it's up to you. If you want a social butterfly, that's fine. But like I was with that female I was talking about, Arna, the one that Shannon tried to correct in the ring. And I'm at this airport flying her for some competition somewhere. This lady out of nowhere just comes, puts her hands right around my dog's neck, started kissing her head. And my dog's friendly, but you can see her looking at me, what's she doing? She wasn't like aggressive towards that kind of stuff, but you can see her looking at me. I wanted to go up to her and run my hands through her hair and like, I love your hair. She would have been like, you freak. I'm like, have you ever thought my dog looks at you like that? Like, who are you? I said, ma'am, what if I'm working on aggressive problems? She said, well, you shouldn't have your dog in the airport. I said, well, first of all, my dog's not aggressive, as you just saw. But what if I'm working on something and you just ruined it? I said, that is very important. But you need a dog that's neutral around people because people are idiots. People do stupid things. They'll come up and bear hug your dog from behind you and you didn't even see it. I have, and you guys, if any, all this is up for disagreement, by the way, you can challenge me on any of these points. I need my dogs to want to be with me more than anything in the world. I don't want to go to a restaurant with my wife and her say, look at that guy. He's handsome, check him out. Actually, I was making a joke about it. I said, actually, at my age, I'd be like, that is a good-looking guy. Wouldn't even be jealous. But I want my dog to want to be with me. That's the biggest thing because I judge. So I see so many dogs as a judge now. I see so many relationships, and I can tell the relationship when the handler's coming on the field with the dog. I can see it right away. Versus when you get into the begging. Please even look at me, say you like me, you kind of want to be with me, and then you have nothing on your dog, you have no reward, and then it comes out. And then you're going to be like, okay, now I see my holes. I see it all the time. Another thing is my job is not to coach in a trial as a judge. I'm not supposed to coach at all. But one time I did, there were 2 BH dogs reporting in. Now I tell that story all the time whenever I'm judging. And I had these 2 nervous handlers. They were young girls and they were nervous. You could see it on their face. And they're looking at me and kind of smiling, and both dogs are looking at each other. Just these 2 males are staring at each other. I said, hey, can you guys keep your eye on your dogs, please? the trial hasn't even started. But I'm not even supposed to say that. But I was like, I don't want to see these two. Sure enough, one dog broke the other dog down and attacked the other one. There's a fight. And I saw it before they even checked in.
Yeah.
I saw these two males just doing a stare down at each other, and I'm like, keep your eye on your dog. When you guys are trialing, I don't want you to even know what the judge looks like. Yes, it is a nice day. Yep, it's my first dog. Yep, thank you. You too. Yeah, I'm long down first. Boos, you drill into what your dog's doing. Do not. Now, on your second Schutzhund 3, be professional. You know, Foos, and you know your dog's there. You have to get past stages. Here's what I mean about stages, and then we'll go back to the inequity of rewards and the charge clicker. I played water polo in high school. At Atwater High School, I played water polo to stay in shape for basketball. I don't know if you guys know what water polo is. You guys have hockey in Canada. But water polo, it's kind of like soccer in the water. The pool's deep enough where you can't touch the bottom. Our warm-up, I knew how to swim, but I wasn't a swimmer. It was my freshman year in high school. Our warm-up was 40 laps. That was our warm-up. I didn't care about the game of water polo after 40 laps of warming up. I was like, don't drown. I was just like, I didn't care where the flankers were, where the hole set was, where the goal, just Joel, don't drown. I had to get good at swimming. And then because we'd do 5:30 in the morning till 7 swimming in the morning, and then water polo from like 3 to 5 in the evenings. So within a month and a half, I got good at swimming. I was like really pretty good. Then I could start seeing the court. I could start seeing the pool, where the hole set is, where the flanker was, what my shot's going to be. Am I going to lob? I could start seeing things, but I had to get past the swimming stage. You have to get past it. So if you're in the group like this, please look at me. You're at the swimming stage, which is fine. And all of us go through the swimming stage. I'm at the swimming stage with my black dog right now. He's 17 months old. I don't trust him yet. I mean, he's at the stupid stage. So I have to get past that in order to start seeing how things work. So what would be an example? I was at a trial. It was in a football field. It was raining like this. And I think I was like dog 60. So you can picture, everybody does their running plots. They turn after their 30 paces. So this thing was really slick. Here, you can picture 60 dogs all sliding into their owner. You have to go a minimum of 30 paces. I saw that spot, and on the moment, I'm like, I'm going 10 paces past that spot because my dog's going to slide into me and I'm going to lose points. If I'm thinking about my dog plotzing there, I'm at the swimming stage. Like, I don't trust my training. I went 10 paces past it, turned, Judge White called it, was perfect. I mean, I was in some nice grass there. All that to say, you have to get to the point where you're like, I know my dog and I trust my dog. I have no problem punishing a dog tremendously hard, depending on the infraction. So what are the infractions that I penalize hard for? Dog aggression, human aggression, unwarranted aggression. I'll get onto my dogs very hard for that. Unacceptable. There's nothing conducive that can happen that way. I'm a little bit more gentle, like if my dog has a hover butt, I'm a little bit more gentle. But dogs have a compartmentalized mind. They do not have a multitask mind. I don't know if you saw that, there was a study in the 1980s, I think it was, Newsweek, or maybe Newsweek, and it was the difference between, anybody medical can help me out here, it was the difference between a woman's brain and a man's brain. It was very interesting. They put the nuclear dye or whatever they put in, and virtually all the women's brain had something that they called multitasking. The women could think about many things at once. It was very interesting. The guy's brain lit up and there was some crossover, but the guy's brain lit up very bright in the area they were asking the question, and they called it compartmentalization. So if the dog, if the guy is thinking about this, he wasn't thinking about that. Does that make sense? So that was, and my wife and I had this long laugh. I said, see, if I'm watching a football game and you're talking, I didn't hear you. I have Newsweek backing me up. She goes, no, it doesn't work that way. I'm like, yeah. But dogs, to protect my gender, are like guys in this area